fun. We all know each other here, so I'm just going to dive into what we're here for today. We're going to be watching a Teepa Snow Positive Approach to Care video, and it's going to be covering normal versus not normal aging. And it's really cool. I'm really excited because the skills that Teepa shares in her videos is going to give us all a really good understanding of how important a positive approach is, and benefit our residents here with dementia and the staff here as well at long-term care. So what we're going to do is we're going to watch video clips of Teepa doing her thing, and then we're going to have some group interactions, discussions, share any experiences or ideas that anyone may have. So let's get started and have some fun.
Good.
Okay.
You went to chapter 2. There you go.
What we're going to talk about now is the difference between normal aging and not normal aging. Now understand, I did not say dementia, I just said normal aging, not normal aging, because one of our big misconceptions in this country is that if it's not normal aging, it's going to be dementia. And that's not true. So we've got to get that one off the table. So what I'm going to do very quickly is give you 2 quick little role plays that are going to take you through normal versus not normal. So I'll do normal first. I'm in the living room, and I've been watching a TV program, and the program finishes, and I decide, you know what, I'm thirsty. I think I'm going to go make a pot of coffee. And I head toward the kitchen to make coffee. But before I get all the way in the kitchen, the telephone rings. And so I answer the telephone. Hello? Oh, hey, sweetheart. How have you been? Well, yes, of course I know who it is. It's, right on the tip of my tongue. It starts with B. Betty, of course it's Betty. Sorry. Recognized your voice right away, just couldn't think of your name. Yeah, senior moment. Huh? What? Oh, no, I'd love to get together. Oh, today? Okay, what? At 2? This afternoon? All right. Oh, at the mall. Okay, well, which end? Macy's. Oh, that's where J.C. Penney's was, right? They moved out and then made, I know what you're talking about. Absolutely. The menswear, is that the same, yeah, yep, I know where to be. 2 o'clock, I'll be there. Wait right inside the door. I'll be waiting right inside that door. It's supposed to be a little chilly this afternoon. Yeah? Huh? What? Oh, they opened a new chocolate store. Oh. Well, you know me. You know what I'm going to get. I'll get caramels. I always get caramels. You're going to get, I know you like the white flaky stuff in the chocolate. Yes, coconut, of course. That's you. Huh? Oh, no, I'll be happy to call and see if Margaret wants to come. That'd be great. Yeah. Oh, the vacation pictures? Oh, yeah, I'll bring them. Wait till you see yourself in that bathing suit. Oh, I was just kidding. Just teasing you. You know how I am. Such a teaser. That I'm not going to say it, but you sure did. Okay, huh? What? No, I didn't say anything. I was just talking to myself. Writing a note. All right, sweetheart. Well, I'll see you then. Love you. Okay, bye-bye. What did I come in here for? Okay, hang on. Let me turn here. I was in the living room. I was watching the TV. Program ended. Betty hadn't called. I've been able to look at anything on this. Okay. I was in the living room. I was sitting right here. Okay, and the program ended, and I thought, oh, coughing. Why could I not think of that? Lord knows I'm losing it. Now, all of you've gone dead silent. think I better do? Do this. Roll your shoulders. I think we better do it one more time. You need to let it go. Breathe out all the way because you guys are going. And by the end, your brain's going, shit, oh my God, you got it. I got it. You I told you it was stress. I didn't know it was stress. I told you it was especially when I had to come back and sit in the chair. You're going, oh my God. So.
Okay. She's awesome, isn't she?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so has anything like this happened to any of you?
Oh, yes.
Mhm.
Yeah. We, at work,
Mm-hmm.
have anybody in your life that's things like this?
Mm-hmm. Husband, children.
Mhm.
Coworkers.
Right.
All of us.
Yes.
So, think to yourself for a few minutes, why do you think this happens?
Why I do think what you said earlier about being present.
Yeah, lots on your mind,
Mm-hmm.
distracting, and you get
Distractions,
Yeah,
of
distractions.
course, yeah. We have a lot of those here at work. Call lights, hard to remember everything.
Sensory overload.
Yes, good. So did you notice your breathing or thinking changed as you watched? Did anyone experience that? Yeah?
Yeah, when she was forgetting or not grasping it, you know, you could tell she was a little concerned, and that makes me a little anxious, I guess.
Right. So what seemed funny but also a little anxiety provoking?
Very much so.
So, Jan?
Well, she covered her bases pretty good,
Mm-hmm.
you know, but yeah, that it took her a little while, you know.
Right.
She could remember the first letter of her name, you know.
Yeah. Right.
And she did finally remember coffee, but she had to retrace her steps.
Right, so
Yeah.
going back to where she started. Okay, so when your brain gets anxious or nervous, it can dump cortisol, which is a stress hormone, into your system, which causes you to become even more distressed and your brain not to work as well as it normally does. So breathing slowly and deeply and making sure to breathe and out fully will help drop cortisol back down so you can think, process, and control your emotions. So let's all take 3 deep breaths. Okay, everybody feel better?
yeah.
I may need one more. Okay, let's get going.
Okay, so here we go. Hand up. Human
Okay.
beings have 5 ways to take things from, do this, out there and get them in their brain. 5 ways to take data from the world around you and put it in here so you can use it. You can process it, you can understand it, you can appreciate it. So the number 1 way, notice how it's separated from all the others. It's special. Do this, be an artist. Visual data. Visual data is the most powerful incoming data. It is what human beings prefer, and it is what they want first in any way of collecting data. They want to see something first. It allows them to see it, and then they can start to think about what they want to do next. But what you see is the most powerful sensory input that you're going to get in your brain. Now, here's the interesting thing about vision. Show me what you see with. Point to what you see with. Here's what I'm going to tell you. Put your hand back here. This is where you process in your brain what you see. So brain activity in the occipital area, the back of your brain, is where you process visual input. There's a little bit of distance there, isn't there? What connects the input system to the processing system is wiring. And in dementia, all wiring goes on the fritz and then dies. Just so you know. So there's a lot of wiring here, and it's complicated wiring. It's actually fairly complicated, because how many eyes do you have?
Two.
Two.
Yeah.
So you've got to take in data from two eyes, integrate those two pieces of data, process it, and then make sense of it. So all that's happening in the back of your brain. I'll show you in a few minutes. There's a huge amount of your brain devoted to visual processing. It's huge. There's also wiring between what you see and some other parts. Second way that you get data in your brain, take your index finger, look at how it points to things. What you hear, auditory incoming. Auditory data is the second most important way that human beings get data into their brain. Auditory. But if you hear a sound off to the side, what will you immediately do?
Look.
Look.
Yeah, you're gonna.
Because this is primary. This just alerts you to go look and see what it is you want to see. So when it comes to dementia, visual then auditory. People with dementia pay more attention and are getting more value out of what they see than what they hear. This is secondary, this is primary. Guess what caregivers like to do a lot though? Do this. Y'all love to run your mouth.
Talk.
Pay attention to what you're saying. What they're doing is watching you when you're saying it. And they're picking up on your visual cues, but they're missing the content cue. Do this. So take the weapon that you've created, put it to your head. Because what happens is we think they're processing what we're giving them verbally, and what they're really processing is how we look visually and how we sound, but not necessarily the content. And because we're not on the same page, they're not getting this, they're getting this, we think they're getting this. This is not gonna match. Who has to change? We do. So you have to use less of this and start with this. And learn to use visual more than auditory. Third way you get data in, auditory. Put your hands right here. Your temporal lobes. Both sides are involved, but they're very different. This side is very different than this side. How many ears do you have?
Two.
All forms of dementia, all forms attack the brain asymmetrically.
Ooh.
It means it attacks one side of the brain more than the other. That's
That's
how
not
it
nice.
works. It hits one side and then it spreads more. So what happens in general, the left side of the brain is generally attacked sooner and faster and more devastatingly than the right side of the brain. We don't know exactly why, but most patterns of dementia attack, you're gonna see more on the left than on the right. Left, right, language areas.
Yeah.
But they're different. We'll come back to that in a little bit. Third way that you get data in your brain, take that middle finger, drop it down, and touch it to the back of your hand. Now this is actually complicated, and this is one of the most complicated, and it also takes up a lot of brain space. This is sensory motor. You feel something, you do something, you do something, you feel something. They're wired together, so that when you feel something, if you like it, you do more of it. If you don't like it, you stop doing it. So when you feel something, you do something to change or encourage or facilitate what you're feeling, and if you don't like it, you don't do it anymore. Here's the biggest challenge of dementia care. Turn to the person next to you. And if you will come up this time.
We'll be partnering
All right,
up
now what we're
after
gonna do is
this as
eliminate
well,
vision
too.
and we're not gonna talk. Okay, so we're taking away two of the ways that you would normally be able to get data into your brain, and I'm just gonna use that third way. Oh. Go ahead and
We
do
can
that so
actually
you get the
just
feel of
watch
what it
this
feels like
part.
when you're doing this. So you can already tell where I'm going with this. This is not a good one to start with, because most people are not fond of the idea of starting an interaction like this. And I do this particularly so you'll start to get the idea, no touching until you've done a visual verbal, and only then are you allowed to do the touch. You gotta make sure they come together. So here's what we're gonna do. You close your eyes. People with dementia, put your hands behind your back, because I want you to feel incredibly vulnerable.
I'll have it tomorrow.
That's what this disease does. It robs your skills, so you suddenly are pretty vulnerable. And you thought you were confident.
Yeah, we'll be doing
Okay, so
that.
Yeah, we're just watching.
here's what you're gonna do. You watch me and do to them what I do to my person. Okay, y'all should have your eyes closed. There should be no peeking. Notice how many of you opened them up to see what I was up to. Yeah, they're sneaky like that. Okay, you ready? We're gonna use these. Okay, you ready? And now, one more. Now, I'm gonna pause you.
Okay. So go ahead and we're gonna partner up and somebody be the person with dementia and the other be the caregiver.
Okay,
So people with dementia, close your eyes and put your hands behind your back. And caregivers, go ahead and do the,
We have to do that like Tiva did. Here you go, let me just fix
Oh, we
that
got
scarf.
lint right here.
Oh, here, let me put your shirt.
okay, your eyes closed. Okay, good job, you guys. So people with dementia, Gail, so what happened for you?
Anxiety.
Yeah.
Someone's touching you and you don't know why they're touching you.
Right, so you felt anxious. And how did it make you feel?
A little intimidated.
A little intimidated, okay. Liz, how about for you?
Yeah, same, we're not, yeah, you just kinda wanted to like, whoa.
I mean, you backed away.
Yeah.
Right. Okay, good. So caregivers, Jamie, what happened for you?
I just felt really uncomfortable. I knew, like, you wanted me to touch her, but I could even tell, even though Gail loves me, she still was not enjoying that experience,
Right,
you know,
right,
and
you
so,
didn't feel
yeah,
good
so I
about
just felt,
doing that.
didn't feel so good, no.
And Jen, how
Well,
about you?
It's interesting because this is what we end up doing all the time anyway. We don't say, oh, here, we're gonna touch your hair, we're gonna fix your shirt, we just do it. And so it was natural-ish,
Right,
but unnatural too.
Can I say something
Yeah.
too, that we are forewarned, cause we knew what was about to happen, and someone with dementia wouldn't even,
Right.
wouldn't
And it
know
was
that.
still uncomfortable.
Yeah.
So, what do you think you would say or feel if you had dementia?
Fight.
Mhm.
You know, aggression, like, get away.
Stop it.
Yeah, well, and how does this apply to people with dementia when we're trying to help them do things? So, cares, when we're doing cares, we have to
Well,
choose.
what is it, visual first?
Right.
And then auditory,
Mhm.
here's your toothbrush, we're gonna brush your teeth.
Exactly.
Uh-huh.
So, is it true that we often do to, then do with,
Uh-huh,
to get our tasks done?
mm-hmm,
Can all agree on that?
Yes.
Okay. All right, well, let's continue here.
How many of you found at some point who were being touched, your eyes flew open? How
Yours
many of you
did.
had a really hard time not going, oh, wait a minute, hang on there. Now, what I want you to do right now is touch yourself where we just touched you. Go ahead and touch yourself where we made the touches.
Okay. Okay,
Look, I was getting
so
personal
let's
there.
go ahead and touch
Jamie.
yourselves, yeah. So how is this different than somebody else touching you?
It's not as intimidating.
No, you just know it's coming,
Right.
and it's you know you
That's
have
the
no
thing,
ulterior
you
motive.
know.
Right,
Yeah.
you know it's coming.
You're in control.
There you go.
that's a good one.
So, turn to your partner and discuss why it felt different.
Because I didn't know it was coming.
Mm-hmm.
It was like,
Well, I think it's because,
I didn't know
yeah,
where
I
they were touching
know, I
next.
knew it was happening.
Right, you didn't know where
You
I
knew
was
it
gonna
was
go,
coming.
but
Yeah,
you
you
didn't
know
know
where.
anywhere.
Yeah, exactly.
that's-
And this-
yeah.
You know,
And this
I knew
one I
when you
knew
were
I was in
fire, that didn't
control.
bother me, but
Yeah.
when you came back to my
I
personal
could
space, it was
anticipate.
Personal
Yeah.
space.
a little more like, whoa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
That's
even,
what my eyes came
even
up.
being
Yeah.
touched by you, I had the advantage of knowing where somebody with dementia wouldn't
Yeah.
even have that.
Okay, great. All right, well, let's continue.
How many of you feel that that feels different than when we touched you?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because if you are doing it yourself, you're actually sending and receiving, and it's a closed circuit. However, when we do to you, it's an open circuit, and for your brain, we eliminated the knowledge of where and when the touch was gonna occur, and so your brain was going, oh, 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 oh. It was a hyper alerting, and let me tell you something that we don't think about touch, light moving touch. Light moving touch, cockroach
Oh.
That's so interesting.
Clothes rubbing across. Someone's sneaking up. Light moving touch is an alerting, arousing touch. It's the hyper alert kind of thing. Danger, danger, Will Robinson. Because it says something's coming and you don't know what it is. And so what happens when we put our hands on people, even lightly, so you touch them lightly and say, wake up, sweetheart. Boom! Because it came out of nowhere. So what I'm gonna do is have you try something a little different. And we'll really work
We'll
on
be
this
doing
skill
this
this afternoon, but I want
afterwards
you
too,
to test drive the model and see if it makes a difference. Okay? I want you to shake hands with the person. Now, I want you to tell me for a second, what's the most common contact we have with other human beings when we're greeting them and interacting with them? Hand contact, right? So shake hands, and notice the next thing you're going to want to do is let go. Oh, well, that's a bit of a problem. Because I want to stay connected, because I want to keep the touch so that you'll know what I'm going to do. But the problem is when I lose skill and keep strength, and I like pressure, go ahead and do it. Ow! Wait, Mom, let go! Let go! What are you doing? Okay? Or, if they feel like I'm trying to hold on to them, it makes them want to get away from me. Okay? So what we're going to do is as soon as we shake, where did I tell you you found comfort? Ah, so what we're going to do, and I don't want to trap your fingers. I want to leave your fingers free. I want my fingers free, but I want to be connected to you. So what I'm going to do is slide like this. Do this. Open your fingers up, both of you. Open your fingers up. Make them go like this. You should feel like you've created a bird. A butterfly. You're connected, but you're free to move. Close them down. They can hold on to you. They can use strength. They might use skill. It's comforting because you've got pressure down there at the palm. And here's the really cool part. Hold on to them with your strength fingers, and you still can use your skill fingers. How cool is that? And you turn it so you're underneath, which gives the sense of, I'm here to support you and help you, not to try to keep you from doing things. Okay?
Okay. So let's pair up and practice
That handshake.
this handshake, yes.
Okay.
Okay,
So,
I'm gonna
Okay,
shake
this
your hand,
first,
so
right,
that
and then
way
we
it's
we make our birds.
like
Right,
that.
birdies, and then
So there's our
close,
little bird.
and then you've got the Alzheimer's,
Yeah,
so I'm
and
gonna let
if
you
you're
be
the-
on top.
Okay.
Since
Very
you're,
good.
because you're
If you're the
supporting, I'm
caregiver, like
supporting
she
you.
said, I
I'm
still
so-
have my
I
skill
know my hands,
fingers.
I always have my
These are my
hands. Yours are
strength.
so warm.
Yeah,
Does
so
that feel
you
good
like
besides
you
that they're
feel
cold?
supported,
That's
and
not
then I
bad.
can
And
even
then
just
I
float
will-
in here.
I like that, like, I can still,
Mhm.
I mean, I can still, oh, let
So
me
you
write the little note here,
Yeah.
you know, like, it's still
Even if
kind
I'm
of.
trying to pull you,
Even
say,
if
okay,
you're
you wanna
trying
try
to-
it, you know,
yeah.
I'm not letting go.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Okay.
still, and
then
yeah.
just-
I like
Yeah.
that.
And then I can.
You could still go call-like too.
So,
So there's a safety thing in that.
but then I still have,
I
like,
like that.
And if you.
And I could even
if
still-
you
I could
grip
even
pretty
still come
hard,
up
it
and, like,
doesn't
you know,
seem like
yeah.
it's gonna do.
I mean,
it doesn't hurt as much.
So
does
does
it?
everybody feel good
Or
about
get your
it?
toothbrush out.
Yeah.
Y'all feel good about that?
I like it.
Yeah, that's
All right,
awesome.
great.
Yeah, that's
Okay, it is, it's great.